So it's always important to know when you're making a movie, why am I going to make this movie right now? You don't want to just randomly make a movie. You want to say, well, why do I want to make this movie? What does this movie have to say? This movie has a lot to say in a time where we are afraid to say anything. That's the simple fact of the matter. So The Tale of Nicky Newark is about a parole officer that wants to be an actor. It is a dark comedy that is about a individual's journey from one place to the other. They go through this growth. The person that we see in the beginning, our lead, Bobby Cannanoli, starts off in a very different position than where we see him by the end of the movie. Throughout his whole life, he's been asking questions. And in the midst of this movie, life starts giving him some answers. What we get to see as an audience is, what does Bobby do with those answers?
I've known Dave since 2003 and have always been impressed with his drive, determination, passion, and creative vision. Dave and I started collaborating in 2006 when we briefly created our own theater company that evolved in 2008 into Phoenix Films, where Dave, Kate, and I produced 5 features and 3 shorts. We are extremely excited to be able to return to the world of Nicky Newark and bring its characters to life once more. To do this, we have brought on Michelle Alexandria to help us develop our strategy for the film's distribution post-production.
Our last film, Clandestine, was a project I started writing in 2003, and it was near and dear to me, partially because it was inspired by my father's real-life experiences in law enforcement on Long Island, and also I was its primary investor. I know that I could trust Dave to direct the film and its narrative beautifully and respectfully. It wasn't just some script that was very special to me. It was also a decent amount of money. I knew that Dave valued what was important.
I've been involved in tech startups and angel investing for about 30 years. And in that arena, the most important thing is the team and getting the right funding. And in the film industry, it's really no different. There are plenty of people that can do this once or twice, but when you have a team that proves that they can do this over and over again, when you see that tenacity, that's what you're looking for in a great team.
Because I met Dave and friends working on Clandestine, and when I walked into that set, the thing that struck me the most about working with them is how well organized they were. And that was something in the independent world that you just don't get a lot of. I knew that I could work with Dave and we could figure out how to make this movie look as good as we could while still kind of meeting the challenges of the everyday independent film set.
I feel this is a time where people are terrified to fall. They're terrified to fail. They're afraid if they say something the wrong way, they're gonna get decimated on social media. Their friends and family won't talk to them. We've all had that experience of family or friends who have unfriended us or won't speak to us anymore. Our lead, Bobby Cannanoli, is a bull in a china shop. He doesn't care. It just doesn't matter to him who likes him, who doesn't like him. The only person that matters to him is really, at the end of the day, his young daughter. That's who means the world to him. That's who he lives for.
I think Dave is a very talented director. I see a lot of directors kind of working with different people, and they do it with varying degrees of success. And one of the things that I like about Dave is he's able to sort of key in on very specific aspects of the sort of the acting method and be able to key in and say, oh, I think if you just change this one little thing, or if you just add this one thing, or if you just, something as simple as just taking a breath, this will give you an overall better performance, but it also inspires trust in him that he knows what he wants and where it needs to be. And so that makes everybody feel better because they all know that we're all pushing in the same direction to get the desired result.
With each film, we've learned something new about how to move things to the next level. With this film, we worked with industry professionals with studio experience to get sales projections, script analysis, and a letter of intent for distribution. On this website, in the distribution section, there will be an informative discussion between Dave Villarosa and Michelle Alexandria explaining distribution in detail.
With The Tale of Nicky Newark, we've been able to use development funds for the categories that Janine just described. Now, typically, these finances come out of the main raise, but we've already been able to secure highly regarded casting directors from Los Angeles and a detailed budget from well-regarded line producer, so you know that we know where all these funds are going.
So thank you for checking out our video. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions, anything that doesn't make sense to you, please let us know in the comments section below. We will be monitoring those constantly over the duration of the campaign. Thank you again.